Okay, sending you guys this video to help you figure out how to set up your grid drawings. On the screen you can see the reference image that I'll give you. It's of a chapel with some trees. On the side, please note that it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you'll have 6 rows going across, and then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 columns going down. So once you have your reference image, we're going to get a piece of paper from our sketch pad. Remember that your piece of paper should be along the long side 12 inches and along the short side 9 inches. We need to find the midpoint right here of our piece of paper in order to center our drawing. To do that, we'll take a ruler and we'll mark the midpoint on all 4 edges of the piece of paper. The first one we'll mark is over here, and we'll mark it at the 4.5 inch point. You can see the little tick mark I made. The ruler is 0 at the top and 9 at the other edge. On the long side, we'll place the ruler between 0 and 12 inches, and we'll make a tick mark at the 6 inch mark. We will do that on both long sides, the top and the bottom, as we had done on the short sides as well over here, and you can see already I have a tick mark here. Once we've put our tick marks down, we're going to use our ruler to connect those lines, giving us 2 straight lines, one going across in the long direction here, one going across the short direction, giving us the center of the piece of paper. We should also have 4 equal quadrants. Next, we want to create the outer edges of the drawing. We know that it's going to be 8 inches wide. So I've centered the ruler on the 4-inch mark. That way we're going to go 4 inches in this direction from the center line and 4 inches this way from the center line. That'll give us a total of 8 inches. We need to mark at the 0 and at the 8-inch mark on the top and down here on the bottom as well. To mark the top and the bottom of the drawing, we know that it's going to be 6 inches or 6 rows high. We put the ruler at the 3-inch mark to mark at the center part, of the center line. We make a notch at the 0 and at the 6. We do that also with our ruler on the other side, here, and we'll connect those lines. In this image, the lines have been connected, and even though it's faint, you can see a centered 6 by 8 inch box on our drawing. I'll outline it for you so you can see it. Notice how light the lines are. We do that so that when we go back we can erase them and it won't mess with the drawing too much. Now we need to add the grid to our centered box. The way we do that is simply by putting our ruler back on the top line that we created. Notice that the 4-inch mark is put back so that we can mark off 1, 2, 3, 4 columns on this side and 4 columns on the other side. So basically you just need to make a tick mark at every inch on the drawing. Do that for the top line and for the bottom line here with your ruler. Then you can go ahead and connect the lines. Same thing needs to happen for the side to create the rows of our drawing. Again, the ruler has the 3-inch mark put on the center line, and we just simply tick up on the inch lines until we've hit the ends, and we need to do that on the other side and then connect those lines across with our ruler. Once you've connected the lines with the ruler, you should end up with a 6 by 8 grid centered on your piece of paper. It helps when you will move into the drawing to label the grid just like the drawing is labeled. So there's a 1, a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here, and A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H at the top. That'll just help us locate ourselves when we begin the drawing. Now, if you remember from the initial drawing that we saw, it's mostly just outlines. Once we've gone in and drawn the outlines to our satisfaction, Then we will flip that piece of paper over, the reference image, and where it shows us how to hatch and cross-hatch the drawing. Here is a final student product of a cross-hatch drawing. This is going to be something just like what you will produce. Notice that all the grid lines have been erased, and it's a perfect grid drawing.